Everyone's talking about Brooklyn Beckham's Instagram post, but most people didn't actually read what he said. They saw headlines, formed opinions, and moved on. Here's what the post actually contained and why the truth is more complicated. For those who don't know, Brooklyn Beckham is the eldest son of David and Victoria Beckham. He's 26 years old, married to billionaire heiress Nicola Peltz, and has tried his hand at photography, modeling, and most recently, cooking content. But here's the thing. Brooklyn has been labeled a Nepo baby and criticized for being out of touch with reality. From his luxury lifestyle posts to his multiple career pivots, he's no stranger to online backlash. So when his Instagram stories exploded on January 19th, people were ready to pounce. So let's get into what he actually posted. On January 19, 2026, just 5 days ago, Brooklyn didn't post a single photo. He posted a multi-slide rant on his Instagram stories that has since been screenshot and shared thousands of times. In these stories, Brooklyn made explosive claims. He said, and I quote, "I do not want to reconcile with my family. I'm not being controlled. I'm standing up for myself for the first time in my life." He accused his parents of disrespecting Nicola, claimed his mother Victoria hijacked his wedding first dance by involving Mark Anthony without permission, alleged that his family manipulates the press, and said they pressured him to sign away his name rights for the family business. His most damning quote, "Brand Beckham comes first." These weren't just vague complaints. These were specific, serious allegations against one of the most famous families in the world. The reaction was instant and massive. Within hours, Instagram comment sections, Twitter and TikTok exploded. People were saying things like, "We believe Brooklyn." That became a rallying cry for supporters who felt he was finally speaking his truth. But others defended David and Victoria, calling Brooklyn ungrateful and accusing him of airing private family issues publicly. Major outlets like GB News, Elle, and Vanity Fair immediately ran headlines about the Beckham family rift and Brooklyn's allegations. Headlines read things like, "Brooklyn Beckham sets record, straight on who blocked who," and focused heavily on the feud angle. His younger brother Cruz had allegedly posted, "They woke up blocked" in December 2025, suggesting the brothers had blocked Brooklyn first. This added another layer to the family drama. The internet split into two camps, Team Brooklyn versus Team Beckham. But here's what most coverage completely missed. Here's what changes everything about this situation. First, the wedding dress drama. Most people heard Nicola didn't want to wear a Victoria Beckham dress and assumed she was being difficult. The reality? Victoria's atelier canceled on Nicola. She didn't refuse to wear it. That's a huge difference, but it never made the headlines. Second, the first dance situation. When Brooklyn said his mother hijacked his wedding first dance, he wasn't being dramatic. Victoria apparently involved Mark Anthony in their first dance without asking them. For context, your first dance as a married couple is supposed to be intimate and personal. Having a celebrity surprise inserted into that moment without consent, that's a legitimate grievance. Third, and this is the big one, the name rights issue. Brooklyn claimed his family pressured him to sign away rights to his own name for Brand Beckham. This suggests there's a business empire that legally wanted control over his identity. That's not just family drama. That's about autonomy and control. Now, the timing matters too. Brooklyn had blocked his family in December 2025, reportedly after Victoria liked a social media post that Nicola found disrespectful. But according to Cruz's post, the brothers had allegedly blocked Brooklyn first. The media focused on the sensational quotes and completely ignored these specific details. They painted it as an ungrateful son versus beloved parents, when the actual accusations involve consent, respect, and personal autonomy. So why does this matter beyond just Beckham family drama? This is a perfect example of how social media outrage works in 2026. A celebrity posts something raw and detailed. Outlets pull the most shocking quotes. Those headlines get shared thousands of times, and suddenly everyone has an opinion based on incomplete information. Brooklyn's not the first person this has happened to, and he won't be the last. But here's the thing. Even with full context, there are legitimate questions here. Is it appropriate to air family issues this publicly? Are his claims verifiable? What about his parents' side of the story? Just because the media reaction was incomplete doesn't mean Brooklyn's approach was perfect either. The truth is almost always more nuanced than either the headlines or the rant suggests. But one thing's clear. When someone says they're standing up for themselves for the first time in their life at age 26, that tells you something about the family dynamics at play. As of now, David and Victoria Beckham have not publicly responded to Brooklyn's allegations. The stories were temporary, but screenshots have been widely circulated across social media. Public opinion appears to be shifting slightly toward Brooklyn as more people read his full statements rather than just the headlines. So what's the takeaway here? In the age of Instagram stories and instant reactions, we need to actually read what people say, not just what headlines tell us they said. Context matters, details matter, and sometimes the person everyone's ready to criticize might actually have a point.